meet you.
Hi, Katie, I'm Jane.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Do you want to come through?
Sure.
Thank you.
We distribute quite a lot of documentaries and one-off documentaries, so it's not strange to us to look at a one-off for distribution.
So is your market a worldwide market as opposed to being a UK market?
Yeah, so we fundamentally have a sales team of about 10 people who sell to everybody. Literally every territory in the world we have relationships with broadcasters or broadcast buyers. And we're always looking for content because that's how our business model works.
Right. And so that is national broadcasters
and platforms. Anybody who will be interested in acquiring license rights to content. SVOD platforms, AVOD platforms.
Say again?
SVOD platforms, so that would be like Netflix, Hulu, iTunes, subscription video on demand.
Okay.
We know that one.
And £9 a month and you can watch whatever you like.
And then we also sell to like AVOD platforms, so that's advertising on demand. So
hang on a minute.
So that's like YouTube generally. You know, they're free to you.
Okay.
But you do have to watch adverts around it.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, obviously I've had a look at your film and I think it's really interesting. For us, it's a smidge on the long side because we would generally look to fill broadcaster slots. So 45 to 60.
Okay. So in terms of an international sale, you would be looking more at a broadcaster with a schedule as opposed to a view on demand.
Yes, because, let me explain this. If I sell you an apple, you eat the apple and the apple is gone. If I sell you a TV programme for a period of time, say 3 years, it's still there after 3 years. So I can then sell it again for another 3 years, and again for another 3 years, and again and again and again and again. So what we look to do generally is to achieve the best commercial outcome for our producer clients.
Right, we're your client.
Yeah, effectively,
right. Okay.
You are, because we charge commission at a fairly standard market rate for distribution of content.
What sort of percentage roughly?
It's roughly about 25%.
25%.
Plus then 5% for costs, which is capped. So what we would look to do is, for example, sell one window into like a terrestrial channel, so that would be for a certain period of time, and then we'd look to sell another window into another channel for a certain period of time, and then we look to sell another window into potentially a platform of some sort. So the reason we look for a 60-minute slot is fundamentally because most broadcasters do, and they generally are the bigger sales in terms of what we get as an acquisition. If it was a kind of a more of a 60-minute offering, there would be an interesting market in the world for this. One-offs sell quite well in Europe. Australia is an interesting place, and I think for your project particularly, you know, the US is interesting because you've got a lot of US characters in there.
Yes.
I mean, again, like being realistic, the value that we would expect a one-off documentary to make over the course of kind of 3 to 5 years, you know, we would be looking at it making around £30,000.
About 30 grand.
Yeah.
Up until this point, we've never really thought too much about how the film is a marketable, saleable product. You know, it's content that is clearly something that she could sell if it takes, if it's in the right form.
We're at a critical crossroads and we really have to listen hard. Otherwise we're going to miss opportunities and in many ways not maximise the potential of the film, because I absolutely believe it has huge potential. I've never doubted that, but we have to get it seen. I'm not up for making a film that sits on a shelf and gets dusty.